Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. For today's video, man, we got Chapter 3 of the 2010 Resimulation by Clique Productions. Of course, guys, I've reacted to Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, so be sure to check those out. But, yeah, long story short, it's not going well for me as a Piston fan, guys. I mean, like, you know, it's one thing to screw things up in real life. It's another thing that even, like, video game world, like, where anything can happen, man. When Crispy Flakes could drop 60 points in a game, in a video game, and we still screw things up. We decided to go with Rodney Stuckey. We decided to drop Damian Lillard, our one good draft pick, and we drafted Bob Baylor with the 4th overall pick. And the next season, we got, like, Trey Lyles, and we could have got, like, so many other stars. It's not great, man. Hopefully, Chapter 3, we got better stuff going on. Let's get him in.
Previously on the 2010s Resimulation, we're getting the LeBron and Kobe matchup. LeBron James defeats Kobe Bryant after so many years of defeat and wins his first ever championship in year number, I think, 15 or 14. But this might be the end of Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol, as Kobe kind of forcefully has to pass over the torch to LeBron. Although LeBron's like 33.
Why is bitch-ass Verja holding the damn trophy? Hell no, man.
LeBron James averaged 28, 7, and 8 in the finals, and well, the end to another historic season. At this point, all these seasons have been historic.
What are we, 2017 season?
And now, Chapter 3. Yao Ming finally retires. Darko Milicic even more finally retires, and Dion Waiters
retired before he was even drafted
this time around, but he gave up. Same goes for Budenholzer, actually, or did they lose? I don't remember. The NBA draft lottery. You know,
come on, Detroit. Come on, Detroit. 3rd pick, man. Come on.
Be kidding me. The Jazz are rigging the lottery at this point. The Utah Jazz on the clock.
We got 3rd pick. It's all good.
Overall. They're rigging it. It's not even close. It's not even a question. Jesus. The 2nd pick, the Bucks pick Donovan Mitchell. Finally, they got a player that's kind of good at basketball alongside Brandon Jennings. The Pistons pick Lauri Markkanen. The Warriors took John Collins. Kite Kuz.
Not bad. I mean, you ain't gonna see me get excited over Lauri Markkanen. Not yet. Okay.
Lonzo Ball to the Bobcats, Dennis Smith Jr. to the Magic,
could be worse.
De'Aaron to the Denver Nuggets. Now that's interesting. Finally, AD and what's his name, Joel Embiid get a teammate at point guard since Kemba Walker left them. The Knicks get Markelle Fultz and Neil Sloan at 10. All right, we get the.
Yo, he's gonna get Neil Sloan.
To the oh boy, another player to the D Wade and CB3 team. But how much longer do they even have? Jazz also got Frank Ntilikina. Yeah, league over. The free agency pool this year: Blake Griffin, Brandon Jennings.
Yo, we'll take him in Detroit. Blake Griffin, and Brandon Jennings. Take them both, man.
And that's about
just like old times.
Oh wait, Giannis. He's probably gonna stay in Utah, right? His potential is still an A as of now, so he can come up still. Blake stood, Al stood, Brandon Jennings stood, DeMar stood. Okay, all these guys stood in their teams.
Fair enough.
And Jimmy signed with the Knicks. Kobe Bryant.
Marcin Gortat, Detroit. Come on.
22 for
I
him.
play Baylor.
2017, 2018. These guys named DeAndre Ayton, Luka Doncic, Trae Young, and well, you know, they're pretty recent. Shea,
Luther Ferguson.
Kevin Durant.
What a casual.
2nd championship with the Golden State Warriors, and would go on to do so, but not anymore. He has not even touched the conference finals, I don't believe. Wow. Team LeBron and Team Pau. Pau, Dwight, Melo,
Pau Gasol,
Curry,
best
Rose,
player in the NBA.
LeBron,
What?
KD, Chris Paul, Kobe, and Blake as the starters. Chris Bosh is a one-time All-Star, and so is John Wall. While Jameer Nelson has made it 7 times. Karis LeVert for Jan Mahimi, you know, blockbuster things. 2018.
Hey, Karis is
LeBron
nice.
James wins another MVP.
Mahimi sucks.
6th. In real life, it was Harden, but Harden is still stuck off the OKC. Well, you know, like their starting lineup 3rd option. Rookie of the year, Dirk Meyer.
Dirk Meyer, man.
The rookies that are drafted, they're just not that good compared to the players in the NBA. Oh yeah, and in real life, it was Ben
Must
Simmons.
be Dirk's son.
But Ben Simmons, well, you know, he kind of played last year because he wasn't injured. So it doesn't matter anyways. 6th man of the year, Dragic. Real life, Lou Will, like always. DPOY, Dwight, again. Real life, it was Gobert, but actually, I saw that Gobert retired. And most
did he really? Wow.
Cool.
I did not see that.
Similar game to the real life one, Oladipo. Coach of the year, Thibodeau. In real life,
2K is so weird.
Casey, who retired. Westbrook, D Rose, LeBron, KD, and Dwight is the first team. This has been probably a very, very, very common first team. Aside from, like, you know, at least these 4 guys. Westbrook's here on and off. The thing is, KD's kind of just played like how KD would have played in real life as like an OKC guy for his whole career, but the rest of the league has kind of just surpassed him, weirdly enough. Wall, Curry, Pau.
Where's
Paul George,
Bob Baylor
on the 2nd team.
at center?
D. Will, Conley, Griffin, Anthony. Why did I say Anthony? Carmelo and Cat on the 3rd team. D. Will would go to the Bobcats. All defensive teams.
Seems like a D-Will thing to do, no doubt.
You know, Dwight's definitely stood good longer than I would have thought, but out of everybody, Powell is the biggest surprise. It's not even close. Some players became low 90s, high 90s, all that stuff, but Powell somehow just became like,
Powell would be amazing in today's NBA, though.
Of course. LeBron led the league by almost 10 points per game. Second was Powell, then KD, Paul George, and Westbrook.
It's like a slimmer Jokic.
Dwight, K-Love, Drummond, Griffin.
Anybody's a slimmer Jokic, to be honest, but yeah.
Buford, Rose, and D-Will, and JJ Redick shot.
Isn't Buford that movie?
Buford, a very solid player.
Buford,
very solid, honestly. Maybe he's even better than Curry.
Buford.
Okay, I'm kidding. The regular culprits didn't make the playoffs, honestly. And well, here we are. The Thunder, Jesus.
No lottery pick for Detroit.
Easily the most disappointing theme of the whole entire video and whole decade. Melo, we get it at this point. You just lose every time in the first round. You're my guy, but yeah, that's just kind of the deal. Surprised the Cavs. Actually, the Cavs have Curry, so yeah, never mind. They should have made the playoffs. All right, no big upsets aside from the Blazers, but who really cares? The Nuggets have the rookie of the year leading them to the second round.
Dirk Meyer, Dirk's son.
Beal, Embiid, you know, and Derek.
Little Dirk Jr.
Second round, Lakers versus the Hornets again. LeBron versus Dwight. Rose versus Kawhi. And then this matchup that nobody really cares about. Nuggets out of here. Hornets out of here. Raptors out of here because D Rose and the Celtics are out of here.
Hey, LeBron's out of it.
We've seen this Dwight D Rose matchup more than anything else, I believe. Aside from
Bulls Lakers
potential finals
repeat,
matchup, which could be the Lakers. Nets are out of here. Grizzlies are out of
Damn,
here.
man, again.
More than anything, we've seen this probably. And well, here we are again. This could be Kobe's last year. While D Rose's team has been retained. Actually, both of these teams have been pretty retained for this whole.
Yo, I like Redick on the
Game
Bulls.
1 to the Lakers,
it's a good fit.
Game 2 to the Bulls.
Should have got him in real life.
Bulls, Game 4 to the Bulls. Derrick Rose, you want another championship, my boy? Derrick Rose,
just like that,
is on his way to winning his 4th championship.
Greatest Bull of all time.
Points for the GOAT. At this point, he's in the conversation. Marcus Smart's about to take a clutch shot. Never mind, it's Darren Collison, and that is going.
Greatest Bull of all time.
Elfrid Payton dribbles at the ball. Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls, the team, their 10th championship. Derrick, his 4th. One of those.
Bro, I would not be hugging Boozer. He looks like a sweaty boy.
Phil Jackson goes from Bulls coach for all the.
He probably got that boob sweat too. Man boob sweat.
To getting beat down by the Bulls multiple times in the finals. D Rose, of course, finals MVP. Do I really need to say anything else? Kobe Bryant, 27-7-4 in what may be his last NBA game. Derrick, 21-12 in the finals. Kobe Bryant has still not retired.
Damn, we ain't far off from the real NBA season.
Lottery again. Pacers.
Come on, Detroit.
The first pick in the 2018 draft, the Indiana Pacers select.
Where's our pick?
DeAndre Ayton over Luka Doncic. That's incredible. The second pick, the Phoenix
10th pick,
Suns select Trae Young. I mean, he's like Steve Nash too, kinda. And the Milwaukee Bucks select Mo Bamba. No,
yikes.
No. The Timberwolves are on the clock at number 4. Oh, okay, they traded the pick.
Y'all trade Luke Kennard? Oh, that's a good trade. You got Luke Kennard for Klay Thompson. Okay, so I mean the Jazz obviously finessed a little bit on this one, getting Luke and everything, but hey, not a bad trade.
Teams that have been dominating.
Not a bad trade.
Draft lottery traded Klay Thompson.
Basically the same player.
And with the 4th
Luke can dribble better.
Utah Jazz select Luka Doncic. They traded Klay Thompson for Luka Doncic, which means.
And Klay Thompson.
I don't care about this draft. We need to look at the Jazz. Sexton, great. Okay.
We got. Who do we get?
Jazz,
bro, who was that?
Luka
I didn't even
Doncic,
see.
which means. Forget this draft. I don't care about this draft. We need to look at the Jazz. Sexton.
D. Howell? Bro, that's not even Dwight Powell. That's Dwight Howell. Oh my God, man. We couldn't even get Powell. We couldn't get home. And yet again, it's another damn big guy. Bob Baylor, Laurie Marketing, and D. Howell.
Great. Okay, I don't care. The Jazz have Drummond,
BS.
Giannis, Simmons, Tatum, and Luka. They have the best player in the 2013 draft, the 2016 draft, the 2017
literally
draft,
finessing,
and the 2018 draft. And just to top everything off, they just drafted Shea as well. What in the living hell is going on?
And yet Drummond's the highest rated player.
A couple
what?
years down the line is going to be the craziest dynasty of all time, more than likely. Dwayne Wade's an unrestricted free agent, probably going to return to the Hornets, but I don't know. This time around,
kind of an old head now.
For his entire life. And James Harden, finally an unrestricted free agent, could leave OKC, but he's probably gonna go back. Wade re-signed, Bosh re-signed. Amir Nelson left the Magic for the other team in Florida. Tyreek Evans still the 92.
And nicer jerseys, right?
Brandon Roy left the Blazers for the Magic. Harden stood, and so on and so forth. Kobe Bryant is just now regressing. He's 40. Same with Dwight. Same with D Wade. So this upcoming season is a season where Toronto kind of shocked the world. They could do it again because they still have that Kawhi guy in a very different way, but they still have have them. And well, this upcoming draft, we're gonna have Ja, Zion, and RJ.
Yo, Zion could be a Detroit Pistons, man. Another big guy.
For a long time. Why did Pau Gasol become the greatest player of all time? I don't know, but he's a captain again. Pau, LeBron, Carmelo, Steph, Russ, Love, Kobe, KD, Dwight, and D Rose. Gordon Hayward's a one-time All-Star. Batum's a one-time All-Star. Harden's a one-time All-Star.
Bro, Batum on the All-Star game? You know it's 2K.
He's just an All-Star for the first time now. LeBron James, most valuable player again. His 7th time winning the award. This one beats out Giannis. Rookie of the year, I don't know who the hell this is. I think I forgot to change all the people to a year's Pro 1.
Lol.
That's why this happened. It's late. Give me a break.
Lol.
It's been going on probably for 8 hours already. 6th man of the year, Jeff Teague, but in real life it was Lou Williams. DPOI, Dwight Howard for the 86th time. Most improved, Malik Palmer. And for those last 2 awards, it should have been Gobert.
He looks like a freaking Chad.
And Coach of the Year, Doc Rivers. Where was Mike Budenholzer in real life? Westbrook, D Rose, LeBron, KD, and Dwight on the first team. Basically the same team for 5 years now. Curry, Kemba, Pau, AD, and Cat on the 2nd team. Conley, CB3, K-Love.
At least
Melo,
the players are
and Al
consistently
Jefferson
good.
On the 3rd team. Al Jefferson became an all-time great center in this simulation, and he forced the Sixers to never undergo the process. All defensive teams and the playoffs once again. Aside
No
from
Detroit
AD
yet again,
being
not a single
98,
time.
Joel at 87, all this
Does it
team
get better?
pretty good, and them not making the playoffs, and the Jazz's God-sent team still not being good. Most of the stuff is pretty accurate. Oh, Amari Stoudemire is the first player I've seen actually regress, and Josh Smith isn't in Atlanta anymore, but I lost track of him, I guess. He might
Probably
have
Detroit.
Well, Kemba led the league in points again. KD and Russ did all this just probably.
Yo,
lose
Kemba on the
first round.
Warriors.
Hassan led the league in rebounds, and D Rose led the league in assists. Shout out to Mike Conley too. The playoffs. Lakers and Hornets are still the number 1 and 2 seed, and Boston and Chicago are still the number 1 and 2 seed in the East. Is D Rose looking for another ring? Well, obviously he is. The Kings, we don't care. Sorry, Big Al. Blake has just been.
What if you get bored
just,
of winning
oh my
rings
God.
after a bit?
I'm so sorry, Blake. Minnesota, I hate you.
Like Bill
Toronto,
Russell?
why are you losing
Like
so
7th
early?
one's like,
they're playing the Nets. Oh, I
8,
kept
okay.
saying the rounds, and you know what? Might as well finish it out. Thunder, I hate you guys so much. And the Knicks made it that far. What the hell did the Knicks do? The Knicks are literally led by Gordon Hayward and Jimmy Butler and JJ Hickson. They just made it that far. They brought the Bulls to a
Hey, they got
game
Pittman.
7. No wonder they lost by 40.
It's a video game,
well,
isn't
the
it?
Celtics just swept the Paul George and Dwight Howard.
Slaughter.
Nets.
That meant.
Here we go.
That man's last name was Slaughter, guys. Yo, that's actually a cool basketball name. Probably actually more for WWE. You can call me the Slaughterhouse. I wouldn't want to be called that, but still.
You know what? I
Not
don't
a bad
think we've
name.
ever had this set up. Maybe we have, and I'm just losing memory.
Slaughterhouse.
This is one of the most legendary setups we could ever imagine. Regardless of how this goes, we have a classic finals. Lakers versus Hornets, Bulls versus Celtics. The Bulls
Yeah,
just
good old
swept
classic
LeBron, and the
Hornets.
Lakers lose to the Hornets. And for
Swept.
the record, Kobe says the NBA has been very kind to me, but it is time for me to call it a career once the season
age of
is
41.
over. 41 years old. And while Derrick Rose drops 40 and 13, as LeBron's 42 doesn't mean anything as they get swept. Chris Paul is still going to give it another shot. What the hell?
Damn, look at those teams.
They have Jokic. The league is so flooded with 90s that I don't even realize when Jokic exists anymore. Jokic is now in the Hornets. And well, can this Bulls team repeat? They win game 1. They win game 2.
Bro, Derrick
they
Rose
win
is
game
gonna pass
3.
Jordan.
I can assure you that Chris Paul wants to fight Derrick Rose. And the Chicago Bulls, with
Sweet,
just
man.
1 decade of separation, as Derrick Rose hits a green light 3, are just 1 ring off of replicating what Michael Jordan did, as Derrick Rose and the Bulls win
Literally
their
better
5th
than the,
of decade.
Michael Jordan
Derrick
Bulls.
Rose, 5th Finals MVP. And what's crazy is there's teams out there like the
Redick is
Hornets
like,
who
Tony
have
Kukoc.
299 overalls. For
I know
like
it's
this whole
Kukoc,
entire
but
video
Kukoc
and
is funnier
can't
to
win a
say.
ring. But Derrick Rose, with no real second star on his team, has won 5 rings. This man's best second player has been Luol Deng this whole entire video.
Yeah, it's not a bad
30 points and
second.
12 assists a game.
It's like a Scottie
Well,
Pippen.
This is the end.
Does
not
it
the
all.
video, but of the NBA's recorded history, or at least what we can compare it to. We are in 2019-2020 as Kobe Bryant announces his retirement from the NBA, and Dwayne Wade announces his retirement from the NBA. So it looks like
That's about when he did
Chris
retire. Yeah,
Paul
he
is
retired.
not
No,
getting
last
that
year, right?
ring. And D Wade fell.
I don't remember, man. My
along
days are
with
all
Chris
mixed up.
Paul 3 times this decade.
What year
Ron
is it?
Artest said I'm gonna just get out of here with Kobe, and Ronnie Brewer retired. Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, and Carlos
Good Utah Jazz
Boozer
player.
make the Hall of Fame. I did not realize Carlos Boozer retired. But that's a 90 overall.
Nobody
that,
did.
D Rose loses. Very interesting. Oh wait, that was a duplicate Carlos Boozer. All right, that works. Not that he was in the league or anything. He just retired. Well, the Bucks are finally going to get the first pick.
Pistons got a chance.
The Milwaukee Bucks select Ja Morant with the first pick in the draft, which means that with the second pick, the Pacers.
Oh, Garland, what?
Darius Garland.
Bold move.
Pick. Zion's still on the board.
Come on, Pistons. Come on, Pistons.
No. This is rigged. This is rigged. This is rigged. This is rigged. This.
Oh my God!
I'm calling up Adam. I'm calling him. I can't, but I would.
Ain't nobody rigging shit for the Utah Jazz, though. No offense, Jazz fans, but like, you know, if this is like a big market like the Lakers or Celtics, yeah, I'd be calling up Adam Silver, but I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. I guess having a top point guard and power forward, you know, on the same team for 20 years, not doing shit ring-wise, I think the basketball god's looking upon you.
Zion. I don't care about the rest of the draft. Once again, I don't care. I don't care at all. Except for, where's my good friend? Bobo.
We got Daughtry. Damn singer, country singer.
Giannis, Ben Simmons, Jason Tatum, Luka, and Zion. I did not stutter. Oh yeah, and Shea. And Milo Saric. What the hell is going on? If this team doesn't make the playoffs this year, I'm calling. I quit. Well, then again, the video's over anyways after this. And well, the final free agency of the video, Steph Curry has a decision to make, and the Cavs are the only team giving an offer, actually. Yeah, all these guys stood it, except John Wall isn't with the Knicks anymore.
Just a kid from Akron, Ohio, right?
The league's gonna remain pretty stagnant.
Steph Curry.
Here. Lakers are now post Kobe, so expect power.
He is from there, isn't he?
Same
hospital as LeBron.
2020, the season that has not even been finished yet in real life, and it feels very, very weird.
Not the same parents. That would be,
you know, the one that
strange.
I use in every video, because well, I've been sitting here simulating for 7-8 hours without using that one just yet. We have been digging deep in history. Somehow the Warriors are first in the power rankings. It's definitely not accurate. I don't know how the hell this happened. But 2019, 2020, the season that, in real life, we are not even finished with yet. The All-Star captains, Team LeBron.
Is that Chris Bosh or Chris Paul?
And well, the starters are CP3, Melo, Dwight, Powell, Brandon Jennings for the first time ever, I believe. LeBron, KD, Blake, Steph, Westbrook. Corey Maggette is a one-time All-Star in 2020.
Yo, that dude's gotta be 70.
Glitch where he was like a reserve or something. I don't know. And
it's gotta be
Bledsoe's
70.
a one-time All-Star. Kawhi's a two-time All-Star, and Derrick Rose is off the bench. I don't believe he's regressed. He's still a 98. He might have been a 99. Okay, maybe he is. The Bulls are only 25 and 25. It's
about damn time. Last dance.
Championship. Danny Granger's still an 82 overall, getting traded in this league. J.R. Smith got traded back to his hometown from Miami, where he was for like 8 years. Miami is so bad. Oh my God.
Whoa, man,
Chris
bro.
Paul, in an
CP3
universe, wins the MVP, averaging 41 and 12 in 2020. That's one of the highest points per game seasons ever, and it's by Chris Paul after D-Wade retires. Rookie of the year, RJ Barrett. Zion, I mean, what do you expect?
D-Wade holding back players, looks like.
Sixth man goes to Nikola Jokic of the Raptors, not the Bull, or actually not the, what team was he on? Oh yeah, the Hornets. Another reason why CP averaged 40. Oh my God. LeBron James averaged 40.
Imagine doing that, not getting MVP.
And 7 assists. Trae Young averaged almost 30 points as the most improved player. And Lionel Hollins, the Grizzlies coach of the year. At least I think he's still coaching the Grizzlies. I don't even know if LeBron or Chris Paul had a better season, but I'm just going to give the benefit of the doubt to CP. Jennings, KD,
yeah, CP3 deserved it.
First team. Westbrook, Kemba, Blake Griffin, Powell, and Al Jefferson on the second team.
Powell, you got to retire, man.
28 and 11, which is actually worse with Kobe gone. Steph, Jameer, Melo, K-Love, and Cat on the third team. All defensive teams in the NBA playoffs. We are officially out of the decade. This is the final season. Who choked their opportunity? The Boston Celtics choked their opportunity. LeBron James and Rajon Rondo and Tony Allen failed to make the playoffs, with, well, Jackson Hayes starting at center. Melo fails to make it once again. D'Angelo actually left the Timberwolves.
Yo! Was that D'Lo on the Pistons? Wait, let me see that team.
Failed to make the playoffs, with, well, Jackson Hayes starting at center. Melo fails to make it.
Okay, where's that? Yo, we got D'Angelo Russell, OJ Mayo, Wilson Chandler from Friends, and Lauri Markkanen. Yo, that's not a bad team, man. You know, assuming D'Lo can actually stay around for more than like 2 games, and OJ Mayo doesn't, like, we got a lot of drugs in Detroit. It might be a bad place. Might be an instigator. Oh, yeah, Wilson Chandler's actually trash now. Lauri Markkanen, I still think he has potential, but we'll see what happens. 85 overall. Not a bad team.
Who actually left the Timberwolves, and the worst team in the league was
like
the
it.
Mavericks, who have Josh Jackson starting, so we're not surprised. Anthony Davis, Joel Embiid, and Bradley Beal failed to make the playoffs once again. Blake Griffin's a 98 overall and has done absolutely nothing. I don't know why the hell it says he was in Sacramento for a season. I know for a fact.
Yo, 22% from 3.
The Cavs won 51 games, led by
He ain't like that no more.
But the Grizzlies, led by their everlasting core of Mike Conley, Joe Johnson, Zach Randolph, and Marcus Gasol, won 62.
Zach Randolph's like a
This
freaking
will be the
jawbreaker.
year of the Thunder, because well,
Big, round, and hard to
OKC finally
break.
figured
I don't
it
know.
out. They still have Kendrick Perkins. They actually have Steven Adams. They didn't draft this man, but he ended up here eventually.
Stephon
So
Adams?
Steven
Wow.
just by the will of God, just ended up in OKC.
If I was
Kendrick
Steven Adams,
Perkins
I thought people call me
and Kevin Durant are
Stephon.
still here, so they never beefed on Twitter, I would assume. You never know. But their big three finally started to figure it out, and they won 60 games. And well, the Bulls are the 8th seed. It doesn't look like they're going to be matching, their championship run of last year. The Wolves, I hate you so much. Brandon Jennings, my guy, it's been real. It's very entertaining watching you become a superstar somehow. And the Jazz, I hate you guys too. Even though you made the playoffs, why haven't you
That's
fulfilled your
17
prophecy
first
yet?
overall picks.
Oh my God. Forget the Raptors. The Derrick Rose Bulls beat the Cavaliers in the first round. Steph Curry has done absolutely nothing his whole career. Derrick Rose held this man to 4 for 14 shooting and beat the first-seeded Cavs. Even if he doesn't win the ring,
Yo, they're gonna
that's
win it
Derrick
again.
Rose way to go out.
Gonna win it again.
Second round, somehow Pau Gasol led this team, 4-0 against the Timberwolves. This Jazz team lost to Chris Paul alone. Well, he has Devin Booker too, but Devin Booker's not even close to all those other guys on the Jazz team.
Bam
Who the
Adebayo.
hell's on the Knicks? And the Jimmy Butler, Gordon Hayward Knicks are still in the second round once again against the Nets. Chris Paul could not make it back to the finals. The Grizzlies lose to Pau Gasol. Yup, the Knicks are out of here, and the Bulls are out of here, sadly. So,
Well, time
we
for a
have
new winner.
Very, very new chain of events here. The
Kobe's gone,
Miami
too.
Heat, led by Jameer Nelson, are in the conference finals. The Paul George and Dwight Nets are here. OKC is finally contending for a championship, and Pau Gasol is alone and trying to do something. But he's been successful so far. It's just him and Darren Collison and Ekpe Udoh. So,
Hey, Chris
the Miami
Douglas
Heat
Roberts,
lose
CDR.
to the
If you
Paul
know, you
George
know.
and Dwight team, and the
Dude was supposed to be a
OKC
GOAT.
Thunder lose to Pau Gasol. Yup, in Game 7, Westbrook, Harden, and Durant honestly all played pretty well, but
It's a
Pau
really good
Gasol
team.
and Darrell Wright beat down the Thunder. Yes, the Thunder have ultimately displayed how to not be good at basketball in this video. They are the poster child for how to be garbage. And now, either Pau Gasol is going to be winning his however many rings, or Dwight Howard at the center battle.
Paul
Coincidentally,
George.
the two centers that shouldn't even be this good.
Mozart.
And Paul George and Johnny Flynn, who somehow became a productive point guard. Will they get there first? 'Cause
Hey,
they've
he was
really
held back by
been-
injuries.
All these years, Paul George and Dwight have teamed up.
He was
and
held
they're
back by
kinda bouncing
injuries.
in the second round or third round every single time. So, they also have Julius Randle and J.R. Smith. Game 1 to the Lakers. Darrell Wright, 35 points.
Yo,
Forget
CDR,
Pau Gasol.
21.
This man's the GOAT. Game 2 to the Nets. Dwight Howard, 7 for 8 shooting and 18 points. Game 3 to the Lakers. Game 4 to the Nets. Game 5
Back
to
and
the
forth.
Nets. And a very close one here. We have seen too many insane finals moments to not try and see one more. Dwight
Pau
Howard,
Gasol's gonna
chance
do a
to tie
damn
it.
360
He hit it.
dunk from
Dwight,
the
his second
half
free
court
throw
line.
is off. The Lakers have a chance to take the lead.
Who's gonna shoot it? No
Marcus
Kobe.
Smart with the ball. Marcus Smart down to Pau Gasol, wide open. Are they
Slow
gonna
ass
force
number
game 7,
50.
or will the Nets hit a buzzer beater? Paul George with the ball. Number 4 for the New Jersey Nets. George gets the screen. George to the basket.
Ugly,
George,
bad
pull-up
shot.
mid-range
He
shot
got it,
is
though.
good. The Lakers now have a chance to take another lead. The Lakers. Marcus Smart with the ball. Smart screened by Gasol. Gasol down to
Wide
the
open
basket.
every time.
Open
Bitch
once
ass 50.
again. The Nets have one last
Man,
chance. with
sucks.
No timeout. Paul George with the ball. 4 seconds.
He's going for the
3,
win.
2. Paul George 1. It's off. The Lakers force a game 7. Pau Gasol 34-20. And now the last game of this video, a game 7 in New Jersey. And of course, the Los Angeles Lakers,
Pau
after the
Gasol,
departure of
17
Kobe Bryant,
championships.
win the championship. Dwight Howard and Paul George failed to get a ring in the decade, and that's how the decade ends. Starts with the Bulls, it ends with a post-Kobe Lakers. Look, 2K had to get one BS season in, because a lot of the other ones have honestly followed a pretty solid, script here. Paul George dropped
Hey, that wasn't so
26,
bad.
Johnny Flynn shot 6 for 20, and Dwight was kind of, shaky here, 3 for 11 shooting. But of course, Sid Tiggs, 28 points and 11 for 13 shooting. Really, the supporting cast of the Lakers, which I would have never expected, like Darrell Wright with 25 points, just came through and won them a championship.
So we do another season? They're like 4
Finals
minutes left on the
MVP,
video.
Pau Gasol, 25 and 11 a game. The last ever season, Blake led in rebounds, LeBron led in points, almost tied with CP, and Johnny Flynn led in assists. But after all this, as we take a look at the retirements, Tony Parker's out of here, Joe Johnson's out out of here.
Gilbert
Carlos
Arenas.
Boozer out of here for real this time. Jamal's
Now
out
there's
of
like
here,
17
but
more of
a
him
lot
probably.
changed. The 76ers never underwent the process. Brandon Jennings became a superstar. Derrick Rose became one of the greatest NBA players to ever walk on a court. Stephen Curry
Still
became
is.
non-existent. LeBron James is already kind of clowned in real life for his finals record. Instead of making the finals almost every single year of the decade, he only made it once. He was able
He's
to
the new
win
Melo.
one of this decade. So, you know, 1 for 2 in the career. Clippers never got Chris Paul, and this core that stuck together for the whole decade struggled to do anything. The grit and grind Grizzlies actually had a lot of success. Won a championship. What else can you really ask for? Atlanta had some solid runs.
Lane Sandy,
Amir
92.
Nelson became really, really good, but the Heat sucked. I mean, they had
And
Steph
Chubby.
Curry for a little while. They didn't really do anything. The Bobcats, we don't even want to talk about them. The Jazz, just no. You guys have the greatest young team of all time, but couldn't do anything in the video. Kings, no. Knicks tried there a little bit at the end, but no. Lakers, we know.
We can say
know
about
what
Detroit.
happened here. Pau Gasol became God. Magic were kind of irrelevant ever since Dwight left. And Jameer. Mavericks sold. Never won with Dirk. The Nets were pretty solid contenders for the whole entire decade, but kind of had a similar to like the Lob City Clippers where they just could never really make it all the way. The Nuggets still got a bright future. Haven't done anything just yet. They formed a pretty decent team though. It doesn't even feel like the Pacers were in the league. The Hornets lost 3 finals in 10 years.
Bro, he's
the
got the-
Pistons
oh.
just no. The Raptors got their ring a couple of years earlier.
Let me
'cause
see
they
that
drafted
roster.
Kawhi Leonard.
Gotta see the roster. Gotta see the roster. Gotta see the roster.
City Clippers where they just could never really. Greg Popovich retired. The Suns had
Okay,
LeBron
I
and
lost
D'Antoni
it. I lost it. It's
The
gone.
Thunder were the worst team.
I
in
knew
the
they
league by
had.
far. Just why?
Garbage.
You held Harden back in the process and ruined a career, and you didn't win anything to show for it. You lost to the Pau Gasol-led Lakers for God's sake. I'll give the Nets that pass.
Perkins
way
at
sooner
86
than you.
overall is the most
Timberwolves just
unrealistic
no.
thing of
You
this
had so
entire
much
thing.
promise. You were good, and then you somehow got 2 picks, drafted Towns and D'Angelo, and still didn't do anything. Trailblazers were actually pretty decent, boring but decent. The Warriors, well, you fumbled the Curry bag. Not like he did anything anywhere else, but at least Kemba averaged 30 for you a couple times. And well, the Wizards, Melo, I mean, what the hell? You couldn't do anything.
So is
I don't
this
think
the end of
Melo
the
made it past
series?
The first round once. Him, David Lee, and Lance Stevenson have been riding it out for this whole entire video, and they did absolutely nothing. But hey, probably still had some cool hoodie videos. All-time records are just stupid because LeBron is just LeBron and got like an extra 10 years in the league. And Dwight beat out Wilt for all-time rebounds.
Damn.
And CP3
Didn't
is
see
the
that
most
coming.
assists ever. T-Mac has the most steals somehow. I don't even know how that's possible. I mean, LeBron played 70,000 minutes for God's sake. That sounds like an exaggerated number. No, I'm not even kidding. It's right there on your screen. LeBron James did set a new playoff record.
I don't know if that even
with
been
6
live
or
for
7
70,000
points.
minutes.
Rajon Rondo
That's a
tied
lot of
the
minutes.
playoff record with 24 assists, and so did Derrick Rose. Ibaka set a new record with 12 blocks in a playoff game. We saw 5 MVPs from LeBron, 3 from D Rose, 1 from Dwight, and 1 from Chris Paul. Dwight won almost every single DPOY for the decade except for the last one and the first one. And well, we started off with the Bulls. Then the Lakers came back into the Lakers thing. The Grizzlies surprised everybody. Then the Bulls went back to back. The Lakers came back. The Raptors did their thing with Kawhi. LeBron was able to get one. The Bulls repeated again. And then the decade capped off with the Lakers. Because 2K had to get some sort of trolling with Pau Gasol leading a team to a championship alongside Darrell Wright. We had multiple years of Brandon Jennings leading the league in points. Johnny Flynn led the league in assists. But all
Good
in
for
all,
Flynn. Good
that
for
is
Flynn.
going to do it for Chapter 3 finale. But I could potentially consider extending this if you really want to see it and going on to Chapter 4 future.
Yeah, I don't know. Is there a chapter 4, guys? Let me know in the comment section below. Do you guys want me to check it out? Is it worth it? I don't know. You guys let me know, man. But thank you all so much for watching. Check out Clique Productions, link in the description below. And that's all we got.